Hello everyone, very good evening one and all. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. And warm welcome to the series Mastering Concepts for GATE 2023. Join the session quickly and mark your presence. I am waiting for you all to join the session, dear friends. In today's session, we will be discussing about the topic C tokens and operators. Before we start, this is my quick introduction. I am Satya with 14 plus years of teaching experience. I have mentored more than 30,000 students in the GATE and PSU segments. I am qualified in GATE, UGC NET, SET, and also certified by Cisco. So this mastering concepts for GATE 2023 are happening on our BYJU'S Exam Prep platform in mechanical, civil, CS, EE and ECE branches. For CSE, of course, you can say the days may not be this may not be same as you see here, but at 8 p.m. on alternate days, this mastering concepts for GATE will happen. So do attend regularly so that you will also feel that essence of the subject, and you will also be able to prepare and be confident with the subject. Okay, all right. So those who have joined, please mark your presence. Let me know who have joined the session. Once again, warm welcome to all. De Villiers, good evening. Anjali Tiwari, good evening. So those who have joined the session, I request you to please do like the session and share as much as possible to your co-students. Okay. Once Aditya, good evening. Fine. So guys, before we start, a question to all of you. In your terms, how do you define a token? Define the token for C programming. How you define the token? De Villiers, Anjali, Vansaritya and everyone, please do respond in the chat box. Make the session interactive. All right. So, what is a token? I can say the smallest element of a C program. If you divide any C program into small elements, each and every element of it is called token. How many tokens in the C programming? Good, good. Mani Shankar, Anjali, very good. How many tokens we have in the C programming? There are six types of C tokens. How many? Six. What are they? All right. Identifiers, constants, keywords, strings, operators, and special symbols. So these are the six types of C tokens we have. Data type is not a token. Data type is a keyword. Every data type you take, int, char, float, etc., they are all keywords, right, Mani? So before we discuss this, let us take an example. Suppose this is a small C program. Here, if we need to identify tokens. So guys, tell me what are different tokens you see here? Void is a keyword. Main, name of the function. So it is identifier. Parenthesis, special symbol. Of course, you can treat it as an operator, that is okay, but it's a symbol. And open curly brace, symbol. Int is a keyword. I, J, K, these are names of the variables. So any name you can say as identifier. And here you see equal to. Equal to is what? Operator. And 5, 7, these are constants. And semicolon is a special symbol. K, we have already got it, equal to I, J, semicolon. Here you see multiplication. It is again an operator. And then printf, which is the name of the output function. So it is identifier. And from open double quotation to closing double quotation, whatever you have, you call it as string. Comma is a special symbol again. K is an identifier. Closing curly brace, semicolon. All these we can say special symbols. So if you see this program, how this program is composed of? By combining different tokens, right? Not only this small program, you take even a big program also, you take lakhs of lines of code also, definitely all those lakhs of lines of code will form only by tokens, right? Now, first, identifier. What is an identifier? In the example we have seen, the name of any programming element. You give name for any programming element. Programming element means you give name for the variable, name for the function, name for the array, name for the structure, union, function, file, any, you call it as what? Programming element. That name is called identifier. So can we give any name that we want? No. To give name, we should follow some rules. So what are the rules we should follow for naming the programming elements? The basic rules, 5 rules are these. The name should start with letter or underscore. You can't start with a number. You can't start with any other symbol except underscore. And in the name, you cannot give any space. If you wanted to separate 2 or 3 or multiple words, then you can use what? Underscore symbol, but not space. But not any other symbol also. You can't use any other symbol except underscore. You can't use space. And the name should not be a keyword. What is that keyword we see? We have 32 words which should not be used as names. And the length of the name should not exceed 32 characters. Means the number of characters in the name, like Byjus, BYJUS, 5. If you take that quotation also, single quote also, there are 6 characters. Like this, the length of the name should not exceed 32 characters. So these are the 5 rules we have to follow for naming. Okay. Then constants. What is a constant? Which doesn't change, whose value is fixed. So we can say constants are basically numeric constants, and alphanumeric you say, non-numeric you say, different terminology people will use. Anything is fine. Anything is fine. So if you say numeric constants, what are numeric constants? Numbers. Only numbers. We call it as numeric. And if you have a single literal, what is literal here? Yes, Nishu, in the compiler design, maybe this term you might have got. What is a literal? A literal may be a number, maybe a symbol, maybe a letter. You can call with the common term literal. So a single literal constant you call as character constant, and multi-literal constant you call as string constant. How to distinguish character constants with string constants? Character constants are enclosed in single quotes, single quotations, and string constants are enclosed in double quotations. So when you see something in double quotes, you can understand that's a string. In numbers, we have a number without fraction, a whole number, and a number with fraction. So a number with zero fractional part we call as integer constants. A number which has some fractional part, non-zero fractional part, we call it as real constant. These integer constants can be again in the decimal form or octal form or hexadecimal form. If you write a number just as 725, it's a decimal number. If the same number is prefixed with 0, then it is called octal number. If the same number is having a prefix of 0x or 0h, you call it as hexadecimal number. Okay? And these real constants can be again, though it is not mentioned here, you can say floating point constant, double point. Like I can say actually single precision floating point, double precision floating point. In that way you can take single precision real number, double precision real number. Okay? Then keywords. What is a keyword? Keyword is a word whose meaning is predefined. Means whenever you use such word, what it is, what it should do, what is the purpose of it is already defined. So compiler automatically understand what to do with that word. As its purpose is already defined, we call keywords also as reserved words. And how you can actually distinguish a keyword and the other word? One way is in the keyword, every letter must be in the lowercase, small letter only. And in C, there are 32 keywords. It's only for C language. If you go for other programming languages, that number will vary. In C programming, how many keywords we have? 32 keywords. So just for your idea, I am here presenting those 32 keywords, but I will not recommend you to by heart. No need to by heart these keywords, because in your regular learning, day-to-day learning, you will be habituated and you will be definitely able to identify which is a keyword, which is not a keyword, because they are all very popular and very well used terms. But you may need to remember, like size of is a keyword, there is no space. Volatile is a keyword, there is and type def is a keyword. Because these we use rarely, you might need to remember that these are keywords. Like const is a keyword, enum is a keyword. Like this, if there are some rarely used terms, you can remember. But remember guys, as we use main in every program, don't think it is a keyword. Main is not a keyword, it is the name of the function, so it is an identifier. Printf is not a keyword, scanf is not a keyword, getch is not a keyword. Those who start C language learning, for them I am telling, as they are used widely in every program, don't think they are keywords. They are names of the functions. Hence, we call them as identifiers. Till this, am I clear? Everyone, please do respond. Yep, that's great. Now, operator, which is actually important for our GATE exam at the GATE level. If you go through GATE 2022 question paper, we have question on operators. Actually, it was not expected. So many students might have skipped it, thinking operators is what is there in operators. It is very easy. So just they might have skipped. But on operators, you have a question. You had a question in 2022. So definitely there could be a question in 2023 also, or other PSUs also. Okay. So what is an operator? Which performs operation on operands. An operator performs operation on operands. And how many operands we should use? Accordingly, we have three types of operators: unary, binary, ternary. Unary operator should use one operand. Unary operator performs operation using single operand. Binary, two operands. And ternary, three operands. So let's see what are different unary operators we have, binary and ternary. Here I am not presenting all the table, mostly used or mostly required. So complete table you may not find here. So here I present different widely used operators as this classification: unary, binary and ternary. You see, plus plus, minus minus, unary operators. This is logical NOT. This is bitwise NOT. And this plus, as and when you see, you might think it is addition. No, it is sign plus, sign minus. And this star is not multiplication here. Here it is pointer, indirection operator. And is here address of. And size of. You have seen size of in the keyword. Even size of is operator also. Unary operator basically. So these are different unary operators we can take. And when you take binary operators, what are different binary operators, guys? They are again subclassified into 5 types: arithmetic, logical, bitwise and shift, relational, and assignment. So when you see some textbooks or when you Google operators of C, basically you will be getting these names. They are binary category. So here addition subtraction, multiplication, division, and here this percentage symbol in C programming we call as modulus. What they mean I'll tell in the following slides. And logical not, logical and, logical or, bitwise and, bitwise or, exclusive or. What this cap symbol is? XOR, and this is left shift, less than, and this is right shift. And relational operators, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, not equal to, equal to. You see this equal to, generally we use single equal symbol in maths or generally, but in this language, C programming language, we have to use two equal symbols for finding the relation. And single equal symbol when you use, that is called assignment operator. So we have to be very careful in this. So single less than is a relational operator, less than is a shift operator. Multiplication can be an arithmetic or a pointer operator. Plus can be an arithmetic or a unary plus. So C language do support polymorphism in some sense. This is the best example. One in many forms. One has many meanings. And question mark colon symbol we call as ternary operator because it performs operation on three operands, and there is another term for ternary operator, that is conditional operator. Ternary operator is also called as conditional operator. Nishu, you tell me, dot is unary or binary? Nishu, you tell me. Variable dot member. You are telling about structure member access operator, no? Structure member access operator you are telling? Okay. So now let us see some examples. With them we will try to understand. Suppose guys, let me change the color and wait. Let's say A value is 17, B value is 5. Okay. When you use C is equal to A divided by B, D is equal to A modulus B, what would be the C value? What would be the D value? In maths, it has completely a different meaning. But in C programming, dear friends, division operator will give quotient as the result and modulus operator will give remainder as the result. And one more thing, when you are dividing, if both numerator and denominator, both dividend and divisor are integers, you will get integer result. Okay, so 17 divided by 5, you should not say it is 3.4, it is just 3, because there is no real number as result. Why? Because 17 is an integer and 5 is also an integer. So this is how you have to perform division, and this is the quotient, this is the remainder. So which gives quotient as the result? Division. So C value will be 3, and modulus, when you use, what do you get? Remainder as the result. So D value will be, right? Now if I use A equal to, let's say, 17.54, B equal to, let's say, 5, what would be C is equal to A divided by B? What would be D when I say A modulus B? Here you are doing division among A and B, where A is real number. It has some fractional value. Then when you do division, quotient will always also be real number. Quotient will also be real number. So it is like a regular division. So 17.54 when you do with 5, it goes 3 times. 5 times, and maybe what, 508, do you get something like this? Okay, whatever the actual value, that you will get 3.508 something, 508 or 58. But when you try to perform or try to use mod operator among real numbers, it will generate error. Yes, Nishu, you are correct. It generates error because mod cannot be applied on real numbers. Only on integers you can use mod, right? And let's say, okay, let's generalize. When I am doing C is equal to A divided by B, if I am writing the sign of A, if I am writing the sign of A as positive, and B also positive, then what would be C sign? Plus divided by plus, plus only. Plus divided by minus, minus. Minus divided by plus, minus. Minus divided by minus, plus. So it is like a regular maths. Suppose I am using D is equal to A modulus B. provided A and B are integers. Okay, A and B are integers. Let us suppose. Now, when A and B sign is plus, what would be the result sign? D sign plus. And when A result is positive, B result is negative, then D result will be positive. When A result is negative, B result is positive, negative. When A result is negative, B result is negative, negative. Why? Modulus operator will always take or will give numerator result or dividend result, dividend sign to the result. That is the reason. Okay. All right. Now, one important point about shift operators I'll tell. If you want to shift some A value left by n times and you would like to assign that to B. Similarly, you would like to shift A value right by some n times and you would like to give that value to that shifted value to C. Then A left shift is always equivalent to multiplication by 2. Similarly, A right shift is always equivalent to division by 2. So one time you left shift, one time you should multiply with 2. 2 times multiply 2 with 2 times, means with 2 square. 3 times with 2 cube. 4 times with 2 power 4. N times with n2 to the power n. So whenever you shift left by n times, that is equivalent to 2 to the power n multiplied by 2 power n. Similarly, division is equivalent to right shift is equivalent to division by 2 power n. Okay, so remember this, don't forget. And then about plus and minus, if I talk, it would be a controversy because the behavior of increment and decrement is highly unpredictable. However, let us take one example. Let's say A value is 5. If we have B is equal to plus A plus A plus A plus A. What would be B value? Here if you observe, we have plus before A, after A. In the same way, you might have minus. So here you understand this plus which is called increment, minus you call it as decrement. This you can use in two ways. One is called postfix form, other is called prefix form. Prefix means the operator will be before operand, Postfix means the operator will be after the operand. So suppose if you are writing some x is equal to plus y, then how actually it would be performed? First increment will happen, then that incremented value is assigned to LHS. If you take the same in postfix manner, like x is equal to y minus minus, first assignment happens, after the assignment decrement happens. So whether assignment take place after increment or decrement or before increment or decrement depends. Okay. So one way we can take this is like a value is 5. Plus a, this is pre-increment. So first do increment. Plus a, this is again pre-increment. A plus plus, this is post increment. So first assign the value, then increment, then plus a again. So first increment, then assign. So in one way, this is 6 plus 7, 13 plus 7, 20 plus 9, 29. And there is another thesis like when it is a prefix, we do all increments, then the result after all increments or decrements, we assign at a time for prefix forms. That is one which is applicable for turbo compiler. So guys, this increment decrement case, generally why we don't find in the GATE exam, because of this conflict or contradiction, because the behavior of these operators is compiler dependent. Okay, so no worries, just try to understand what prefix and postfix means and what is their order of evaluation. Okay, and now suppose a value is 5, b value is 7. If I write c is equal to a equal to b, and if I write d equal to a equal to b, here you observe I have used 2 equal symbols, 1 equal symbol. So when I use 2 equal symbols, what happens? It's a relational operator. It just compare whether LHS and RHS are equal or same or not. If so, it return true or 1, otherwise false or 0. So is 5 and 7 are same? No. So this is evaluated to false or 0. So that is assigned to C. And if you take the second statement, B value is assigned to A. This is assignment. So RHS value is just assigned to LHS. So 7 is given to A. And that is given to D also. So here D will be 7. Got it? And here itself, let me tell you one. In the logical, we have and or not. In the bitwise also, we have and or not. What's the difference between this logical and bitwise? Logical operations happens on truth values, whereas bitwise operations happens on ones and zeros bits. Right. Aryan, that is where I am coming. Suppose A value is 14, B value is let's say 9. If I say C is equal to A, logical and B, D is equal to A, bitwise and B. How they gets evaluated means, first I used logical. So A value is taken in the form of truth value, means true or false. How it will take truth value? In C language, any non-zero is evaluated to true, only 0 is evaluated to false. Means negative numbers are also true except 0. So 14 is true, 9 is true as they are non-zero, so it is true, that means 1. The same when you use, so here C is 1. The same when you use for bitwise 14 and 9. 14 you should convert into binary, which is 1110. I am representing in the standard form. 9 in binary. And when you do AND operation, you will get 8. So D value you will get as 8. So the same inputs you are using, but when the operator changes, result changes because they are not same operators. The way how they perform operation is different. Got it? Now, when you get multiple operators, maybe duplicate or non-duplicate at a time, multiple operators at a time, then how to evaluate them? There is a operator precedence table. However, I'll make that table easy for you. The precedence and associativity will tell you what to do first, what to do next. All that table, I make it simple for you. Remember this code if you like. UASRBLTA, and the priority is from top to bottom. Like U has more priority and A has less priority. Here U means unary, A means arithmetic, S means shift, R means relational, B means bitwise, L for logical, T for ternary, and A for assignment. You will have a big table, but all that table you can simplify. 90% of that table is with this code. And associativity, when you get the same priority operators, then associativity will tell in what order to perform. Remember, for unary operators and for ternary operator, for assignment operator, it is right to left. For all the other operators, it is left to right. In the unary, again, we have postfix prefix, but this works. Okay. For the first and last two, it is right to left. For the other, it is left to right. Yeah, I did not include comma here, Nishu. That's what I am telling. There is a big table where you find all the symbols with their ranks and their associativity. But all that table in simplified form I can give in this way. All right. So that's all for today, guys. I hope your tokens operators concept got revised with this class quickly. This is my Telegram group. Do join this group for your doubt solving, guidance, PDFs, and peer discussions. Thank you so much for joining in the session. See you in the next session. Till then, have a great time. Keep attending all the classes. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye bye. Programming wala in GATE file management is not in the syllabus.